Yo, here we are. West Coast, putting paint where it ain't. We know she got caught riding dirty. We not gonna make a big scene about it today. We gonna shampoo the seats, shampoo the floors, give her a nice interior clean, and get her on her way. Typically when we are shampooing, we do the seats first. And we do the driver's seat first. That way it gives more time for the seats to dry. And living in Palm Springs, with the heat that we are dealing with, the seats dry pretty quicker, so it's an advantage for us. But nonetheless, we always shampoo first. Now on these seats, especially with this color gray, it's easier for the seats to stain. So typically I would have hit it with a stain remover first. I use Terminator and Carpet Bomber, two excellent products. Pretty much always gets the job done. It's like a two-step. You do the Terminator first, then you'll use the power drill, then you'll come back with the Carpet Bomber, use the power drill again, and then you can come back with the extractor. I used to use the steamer. It all works. So as you can see with my dad, he is hitting the machine, but those stains are not coming out. And my dad can be there all day, doing that, and the stains are never gonna come out until you treat it properly. The extractor is only cleaning, with the fire flex that I use inside the machine. It's only cleaning. You're gonna need something to attack those stains. That's why I'm using that Terminator and Carpet Bomber. One thing that I'm trying to get used to with using the camera is I'm not catching everything that I do. So after my dad uses the extractor, he's gonna come with a rag and he's gonna wipe the seats down as much as he can to get as much of that water off of the seats. You don't want to just leave the seats, like that. Even with the extractor and it's sucking up some of that water, you still want to come through, wiping the seats down. Some people use the air, like an air fan type thing. That works too. I just didn't have the time for that today. So as long as you're using that rag, and then with the help of Mother Nature, that hot sun, it's gonna help a lot. It's amazing what you will learn the more you continue to do something. When I first started shampooing and stuff, I had a completely different method, and I was wasting a lot of time. The floors weren't super bad. We shampooed them, but as long as you vacuum first before you shampoo, you'll be good. You don't want to get a lot of that debris and dirt into the machine. So I always vacuum before my dad comes through and shampoo. That way, it's giving us the best way, so we're not backtracking, we're not, working harder than we need to. As you can see, my dad gets busy. He doesn't like being on camera, but I'm gonna put him on there anyway. He's a big help, sometimes he gets on my nerves, but he means well, and that'll go a long way. So shout out to my pops, man. Y'all see that wave check? I ain't gonna say nothing though. Just a little bit more of that stain remover. These stains were pretty bad on these seats. The client said it was water, but I don't believe it was water. It took us a little while. It wasn't an in and out. A lot of times, not a lot of times, but sometimes clients would say they want their car, shampooed, and they don't really need it. this was not that time. You know, she needed every bit of the shampoo and some. It's just amazing how you can see the transitioning from, you know, it being terrible to, you know, bringing that life back into it. Look like that traffic doesn't slow down at all, man. Always staying busy. Me and my dad, you know, I'm not saying taking breaks are bad, but we don't take breaks. You know, maybe to get something to drink every now and then. But other than that, we're non-stop working, you know, until the job is done. Putting a little bit of that iron remover on the tires. They weren't, you know, super bad. Lord, pull your pants up, Rico. The tires weren't super bad, but you can see my dad always sprays it so fast. The iron on you can see when the color starts to change colors, you know that it's taking effect. Sometimes you have to scrub, sometimes you don't have to scrub, you know. I'm not gonna lie and say that I scrub every tires, because the chemical that I use, you know, sometimes it cleans the tire up real good. My dad doesn't like anybody to wash the car but him. He thinks that he can spray the car down better than anybody. So I let him have it. Now look at that color coming out of that. That's black. Literally black. That's my money maker right there. I need to give him a nickname. Nice soap job. No, I got about 4 wash mitts. I'm left-handed, so I do most of the job with the left hand, but you know, we switch it up sometimes. That wind started picking up a little bit. I hate detailing in the wind, honestly. I would normally cancel. But this client, you know, always reschedules, so thank you for spraying me, Dad. So, you know, we got her out the way when we could. I don't know if you guys noticed, but she had, you know, 2 different rims. She got the silver rims on this side and the black rims on the other side. That was a first for me. Hey, I ain't tripping though. It's still a nice car. I like the black rims better, honestly. This is all in the detail. That's what it comes down to, detailing. It comes down to the detail, you know. It sounds cliche, but it's true. So, cleaning the doors, I have a couple different methods that I use. I like the scrubber. It really gets into the crevices, and you can maneuver it pretty good. Then I blow it with the air blower. Sometimes I steam it. Sometimes I use my brush. It just depends. The doors weren't in super bad condition, so I think a good scrub, and you can see when the chemical takes effect, because you get that nice good white feeling, and you can tell that it's taking effect, and then you can see the door becoming shiny almost, like mid scrub. And you hit it with that blower, you know, the blower is underrated, but it's undefeated, I promise you. Don't sleep on it. You know, when it comes to cleaning the interior, you have to take your time, you know, make sure that you get in every detail, get into the air vents. And like I said earlier, I didn't get on camera everything that I did. Honestly, you know, I go through and wipe the interior down pretty much twice because sometimes it gets dirty from shampooing, you know, like overspray, stuff like that. So I pretty much do it twice sometimes. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of skipped a step right here because I usually will have my little brush and I would wipe it before I would air blow it. But honestly, the cup holders weren't dirty. The middle part wasn't super dirty. So, you know, I skipped that step, but normally I would scrub it down with the brush first. You can't tell now, but I started to fight with time. So I wasn't, you know, rushing, but I was working with a motive, if you know what I mean. There it is there. If you didn't know, you better know now. West Coast did it. Yes, sir.